Page 8. 9. Reading.
The Polish Rip Van Winkle. Rip Van Winkle was a character in a short story by the American writer Washington Irving. In the story, Rip lived in a little town in the Hudson Valley in New York in the 1770s, around the time of the American Revolution. Rip went out hunting one day, took a nap under a tree, and fell asleep. He woke up 20 years later to find himself a citizen of a brand new country, the United States of America. Aid al-Bluey, 80, who had been in a coma for 5 years, woke up and was able to identify members of his family. The 80-year-old had not regained consciousness after surgery to remove a tumor in his head. While still in a coma, he had undergone treatment for 1.5 years at the Tabuk Armed Forces Hospital. His family did not expect him to wake up when he did. Doctors believed that the treatment had a positive effect on his condition and helped him wake up. An Egyptian man who had been in a coma for almost 7 months woke up and named the person who had shot him in the head. The man had been taken to the hospital 7 months ago with a serious head injury and had slipped into a coma almost immediately. When he woke up, he lived long enough to tell the police that a barber named Muhammad had shot him. The barber was arrested and charged with murder. However, the story of Polish railway worker Jan Grzebski, 65, is not from a work of fiction, but is a real-life one. Grzebski went into a coma after he was hit by a train in 1988. He woke up 19 years later, in April 2007, into a world that had transformed itself from a communist regime where food lines were common to a world of Big Macs and cell phones. When I went into a coma, there was only tea and vinegar in the shops, meat was rationed, and there were long lines of cars at gas stations. Now there are so many goods in the shops it makes my head spin. What amazes me today is that all these people walk around with their cell phones and never stop complaining. I have nothing to complain about, said Grzebski. At the time of the accident, Grzebski's doctors didn't give him long to live, but they were wrong. He survived thanks to the devoted care of his wife, Gertruda. She refused to believe the doctors and moved her husband's body every hour to prevent bed sores. It was Gertruda that saved me, and I'll never forget it, said Grzebski. Now he's getting to know his family, which has grown considerably since his accident. His 4 children are all married and have provided him with 11 grandchildren.